Hi everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Today let's discuss about an important agreement that India signed with US to further promote its defense prowess and also to be a big supplier in the global supply chain of defense equipment. A recent report of India by the Ministry of Defense has showed that the local manufacturing of defense components has increased, where we used to import many of these components previously from other countries. But now the local manufacturing of these defense components has increased, showing a big achievement in Atmanirbharta in the defense sector. Now today's topic is about a 10-year defense framework that was signed by India and US on the sidelines of the ASEAN Defense Ministers Plus meeting in Kuala Lumpur and Manila on the sidelines of the ASEAN meeting. What is this 10-year defense framework agreement? Let me tell you, this is not the first agreement that India has with the United States, and we have previously also signed many defense agreements with United States, such as in 2016 and 20 we have signed the Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement or LEMOA in 16, Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement COMCASA in 2018, the Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement BECA in 2020, and very recently in 2024 we have signed the Security of Supply Arrangement Agreement along with the United States. Let's have a quick glimpse of this positive sign between India and USA with regard to the 10-year defense framework agreement, which will now further defense cooperation in technology sharing, co-development and also partnership with regard to defense equipment manufacturing as well. So this agreement, let me tell you, comes at a time when we have strained relationship with regard to tariff that US has imposed because of we importing Russian oil, and also issues with regard to the H-1B visas, and along with that the recent now announcement of with regard to Trump's engagement during the Operation Sindoor and mediation between India and Pakistan, and apart from that the recent announcement of Trump to start to test fire nuclear weapons. So amidst all of this is a green signal for India, and also we are also partnering on a trade agreement which we have not still discussed and we have not come to a conclusion, but talks are in progress. And now amongst all of this we have a positive sign for a 10-year defense framework agreement. So amidst the rough patch we have this military cooperation, military ties improving between India and USA, and both the defense ministers of either country have reiterated their importance towards a peaceful Indo-Pacific region. So Defense Minister Rajnath Singh was attending the ASEAN Defense Ministers Plus meeting on sidelines of ASEAN in Malaysia, and now as I told you, they have signed a 10-year framework agreement with the United States called as a Major Defense Partnership Framework. It is signaling stable ties now between the two countries, especially in the defense sector, and on the sidelines of 12th ASEAN Defense Ministers Plus meeting in Kuala Lumpur. Now this 2025 framework is intended to provide a unified vision, policy direction to deepen defense cooperation between India and United States. It will increase coordination, information sharing, technology cooperation. This has been given the objective of the agreement by the Minister of Defense Rajnath Singh and also his counterpart Peter Hegseth. Now the partnership is critical for ensuring a free, open and rule-based Indo-Pacific region. This is what India and United States say, a reference to efforts aimed at countering China's behavior in this region. Now Hegseth, who is the Secretary of War, said the 10-year defense framework advances India-US defense partnership, a cornerstone for regional stability and deterrence. Despite the strain in relation between Delhi and Washington on the issue of tariffs that came up, and there is no visible dip, let me tell you, on the defense ties. In February earlier this year, a meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Donald Trump, two sides had announced plan for a new 10-year defense framework agreement. The vision of the bilateral defense cooperation is encapsulated in the September 2013 India-US Joint Declaration of Defense Cooperation and the 2015 Framework for India-US Defense Relationship, in which two countries committed themselves to increase cooperation in the sector. And as I told you, we have signed the Logistics Exchange Memorandum Agreement in 2016, Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement in 2018, and Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement in 2020. And in 2024, we signed the Security on Supply Arrangement and a MOU regarding assignment of licensed officers among bilateral military arrangements. In September 2025, Indian American troops participated in a military exercise Yudh Abhyas in Alaska. And we also, a week before that, the US submarine support ship US Frank Cable visited Chennai on a port visit, and the military stealth command second into the region in 2 years. Big ticket Indian military corporations procurements are on the rise. The US, we are procuring the MH-60R Seahawk, a multi-role helicopter from US, and the SIG Sauer rifles, along with that M777 ultra light howitzers as well. And negotiations are underway to manufacture GE F414 jet engines in India for the light combat aircraft Tejas Mk2 fighters, and to procure 31 MQ-9B high altitude long endurance UAV or drone vehicles delivering GE F404 engines for the Tejas are already underway. The Secretary of the War reiterated India as a priority country for US with regard to defense cooperation, and that they were committed to work closely with India to ensure free and open Indo-Pacific region. There was an analysis of meeting with the Quad countries on the sidelines of ASEAN with regard to meeting of India. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hasn't attended the meeting, but there was analysis of meeting among the Quad nations, and India also has its own Indo-Pacific vision. So this defense cooperation between India and US is going to further this Indo-Pacific vision of both the countries, and this shows that though they are rough patches, other ties do not get affected between India and US. So even for the tariff bitterness that we have between both the countries, and also the mediation of Trump in the Operation Sindoor being a highlight by the opposition parties, India and US are moving forward in the defense cooperation between both the countries. So these are the most important points I thought I should be touching for you all. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my new post. Until then, it's very happy reckoning, and these are the important points for even your mains answers, will help you even in your interview as well. And yes, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment.